So I think we're all well aware of the fact that most of the precious PlayStation exclusives are going to be making their way to PC eventually. And PlayStation fanboys have been consistently moving the goalpost in order to cope with the reality that they can't brag about their games on Twitter anymore. But then, a couple of days ago, PlayStation officially announced their new brand, PlayStation PC. A brand specifically made for the porting of PlayStation games to the PC market. And the comment section of this tweet right here is filled with mountains and mountains of salt and copium. It's the best thing I've ever fucking seen. But before we get into it, boys, according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of people who actually watch my content are subscribed, so please subscribe if you end up liking this video. Also, I know I said I would upload the video essay on how wokeness is ruining gaming today, but that's gonna be coming out tomorrow because I had the choice between finishing this video and uploading a video today, or working on the video essay and not being able to finish it and not uploading anything today. So that will be coming out tomorrow. Now let's get into it. Wow, not long ago this would have been a nice April Fool's Day joke. The development is worrying. Yeah man, it's really worrying that other people get to now play a video game that you've probably already played. What a fucking disaster. See, this is that really odd fucking childish mentality all these PlayStation fanboys have, where it's like, they're like children that don't want to fucking share their toys. Which doesn't even make sense because it's not their toy, it's a product made by a multi-million-dollar company. It's more like if a child got a toy for Christmas and then didn't want any of the other children in his class to have the same toy, otherwise he couldn't brag about it. Honestly fucking pathetic. They all look and play better on PC. I've stopped buying PlayStation exclusives for now. We'll wait for PC releases. You write this like people care about it. Grow up and play PlayStation games like 7 years after release on PC or whatever. Now this guy is clearly very unintelligent, not just because of what he's saying, but also because of how he wrote down what he's saying, because he makes it seem like what he means is that when someone finally grows up, that they then realize that they should be playing PlayStation games on PC. Which he obviously didn't mean, but he's just too dumb to realize what it is he actually wrote down. You write this like people cared about it. I mean, you know, he does have 312 likes to your 0, so I feel like people might care about what he has to say a little bit more than what you have to say. And PlayStation games don't come to PC 7 years after release. Most PlayStation games that have come to PC like 2, 3, maybe 4 years after release. Not too much. And in the future, I can guarantee you it's going to be like 1 year after release, or maybe be even day and date. How does it feel being a PlayStation gamer? Still good, considering at best most PC ports of PlayStation games will take at least 2 years to function, due largely to a few things. Part variants on PC can break games easily. Most of the games ported won't run optimal on PC. They have to recode all of them for mouse and keyboard controls. Mouse and keyboard, by the way, is spelled with a K, not with a C. I don't really know or understand what he's trying to say with parts variants on PC can break games easily. I think what he's trying to say is because a lot of PCs consist out of different parts from different companies. You know, my PC isn't the exact same as someone else's PC. And that he says that because of that, that breaks games somehow. I've never heard of that before, nor has that ever happened to me. Also, you do realize that the parts inside of a PlayStation 5, like the GPU, CPU, all that shit in the PlayStation 5 is made by the same companies who make GPUs and CPUs for PCs, right? Most of the games ported won't run optimal on PC. You do realize that most games are, well actually no, not most games, all games are made on PCs and are tested multiple times on a PC before it's even tested on a PlayStation. Every single PlayStation exclusive The first couple of times it was tested and they ran through all the levels and all that shit was on a PC. So the game ran on a PC long before it ran on a console. The only thing here where he kind of has a point is that they have to recode all of the controls to mouse and keyboard, which honestly doesn't take that long. I mean, yeah, usually, you know, with the PlayStation exclusives that have been ported to PC already, they added a lot of things, like you can bind the keys yourself, and you can decide all the frames and the resolution, all that shit, right? But that doesn't take that long to implement, like maybe a couple months at most. So yeah, this entire comment is bullshit. All the PC peasants. Yeah man, totally 100% true. No, but for real, I've not seen a single person beg for PlayStation games to come to PC. The only game I've seen people beg for is Bloodborne. It's the only one. I've never seen anybody beg for God of War, for example, or Horizon Zero Dawn, or whatever the fuck that zombie game, Days Gone, that's what it's called. Days Gone. I've never seen anybody beg for any of those games, because I don't think a lot of people care a lot about those games. So even though this reply has 461 likes from 461 very, very sad and pathetic, lonely people who have nothing better to do with their life than to talk about video games on Twitter, yeah, it's just not true. Bring these to PC, and he shows like a picture of the old God of War games. Not the new one. The new one's already on PC. So you got the new one, but would rather pay $20 for a PS3 game than plug in a PlayStation 2/PlayStation 3. Now, first of all, not everybody has a PS3 with God of War just laying around in their house. And I'm pretty sure that if I were to go out and buy a PS3 and God of War, that would take me more time, effort, and money than if I could just, you know, buy God of War off of Steam. What the fuck are you talking about? Homie, what the fuck you playing God of War for, is what I'm saying. Shit's trash. Now, this isn't really a PlayStation fanboy, but his take is just fucking awful. Can we just at least... I haven't played the new God of War, right? I haven't played God of War 2018. People have been telling me that it's actually a pretty good game, so I'll have to check it out when it comes to PC. But can we all just agree that the old God of War games are way more original and way more unique than the new one? Like, how many games do you know that have recently come out that play like the old God of War game? Like, 1. Hades. Besides that, there are 0 games that play like old God of War. How many games do you know that play like God of War 2018? There are so many fucking games that play like God of War in 2018. But yeah, anyway, if Sony would be so kind to port the original God of War trilogy to PC, that would be pretty cool. And I'd actually very much appreciate that. You can add this to games we're actually begging for PlayStation fanboys. It's Bloodborne, and I guess the old God of War trilogy. And I just want to end this video with this one beautiful, beautiful tweet right here. PlayStation games will never come to PC. Okay, some will, but not the big ones. Okay, the big ones will, but it'll be years after release. See the pattern here? If you don't think Sony's long-term goal is to release same time on console and PC, you're fooling yourself, and that's what I have been saying throughout this video and will continue to say. God of War Ragnarok will release on PC 1 year after the initial release on PlayStation, and after that games will launch day and date on both PlayStation and the PC. This is reality, this is just the way it's going to be, so PlayStation fanboys, prepare yourself. But anyway guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.